Hey, I'm T-Dog, aka TJ.
I'm the one and only fabulous Kayla, and don't you forget it.
I'm Flagmaster Luke.
And I'm Harry, the normal one.
And this is our social studies project, which is all about the Mauryan Empire.
I was working on the geography of the Mauryan Empire.
I was working on historical contributions of the Mauryan Empire.
I was working on politics and government for the Mauryan Empire.
And I was working on the cultural society of the Mauryan Empire.
Mauryan people believe that the first human came from a golden egg.
Also, there were 9 emperor/preachers.
I didn't know that. My turn. Did you know that King Ashoka killed 500 ministers that all passed the loyalty test and his brothers just so he could become king?
That's just crazy.
I know, right?
Now I'm going to tell you something. The social classes didn't matter because the Mauryan people believed in everyone was equal.
Enough said. We have to talk about the Mauryan Empire for real.
Agreed.
Me first. I want to talk first.
Okay, be my guest.
Yeah, we are guests.
Blow up the volume.
The Mauryan Empire had many responsibilities, such as roles and jobs. They were in the military, they farmed, they built sculptures, and worked on the roads. The women would ride with gifts and jewels. The religion was Buddhism, so the social classes didn't matter. The children were expected to do chores, they ate cows, pigs, sheep, and chicken. Their beliefs and education is a big part of the Mauryan Empire. For example, the education they were taught by the guru, teacher. The beliefs are Buddhism. They went to the Buddhist monastery, church, for education.
The Mauryan Empire believed in having a king and doing whatever the king said. One very important king was Ashoka. Ashoka made life in India very hard, especially for the Mauryan people. King Ashoka was a famous king and had no tolerance for people who didn't like his ways. King Ashoka showed no mercy for his citizens. An example of this was when he killed 500 ministers that all had passed the loyalty test. King Ashoka made many torture camps. Seeing people in pain made him happy. King Ashoka became a Buddhist after the war against Kalinga. He soon led people to be peaceful. He stopped the war and torture camps. After he died, the Mauryan people went back to their old ways of war, random killings, and torture camps, and other violent acts.
There are 7 modern countries that used to be part of the Mauryan territory. They are Afghanistan, Iran, India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Nepal, and Bhutan. The natural resources that made this economy powerful was rice, cotton, wheat, sugarcane, fruit, tobacco, tea, coffee, iron ore, fish products, and manufactured items. The Mauryan Empire, after Ashoka's real violence, the whole empire was falling apart. There was more crime, and after Ashoka's death, the successors were horrible. The last emperor was Pushyamitra Singha, killed his predecessor, Siddhartha Maurya, during a military rally. After killing Siddhartha, he proclaimed himself king. He was by far the worst leader. Now the empire had little area around Pataliputra. After he died, the empire was nothing. They were invaded by different empires.
Chandragupta's grandson was Ashoka, and he was also a great leader. Chandragupta invented an extensive spy network and official postal system. Along with all the adventures of the Mauryan Empire, King Ashoka had 900 elephants to trample opposing armies and barge through gates. The people of the Mauryan Empire painted in the Imposing Valley for nature and the exploits of kings. They also did prehistoric rock painting, which is another type of painting. Ashoka had a strong army that rarely lost a fight. To do this, Ashoka had his army train right alongside his elephants. The religion of the Mauryan Empire is Buddhism. Buddhism began in the 5th century BC. In northern India, Buddhism has many sacred texts, and here they are: Pali, Tipitaka, Manayana and Vajrayana canons.